Hi everybody, welcome back. This is Brandon. I hope you've been doing well. Thank you for joining me today for another skincare vlog. It's been a while. I went to Texas. I went home to Texas for a week. I went to the beach. I did a whole week-long vacation where I didn't do anything, so I didn't vlog. If you don't know, I'm originally from Texas, but I live in New York right now. I go back to Texas periodically just to hang out and see family. And my 2-year-old nephew scratched me on the face. Can you believe that? And broke the skin, and it left like a mark for about a week during that whole vacation. So I didn't really get a chance to get on the camera and make skincare videos because I didn't want to have to make skincare videos while sporting a scratch. I don't know. But anyway, it healed. I read somewhere, and this isn't medical advice, but I read somewhere that if you keep that area moist and protected from the sun, it will heal faster and reduce the risk of scarring. So that's what I did. I already protect my skin from the sun anyway, but I made sure to really occlude it and protect it with tinted mineral sunscreen at all costs every single moment the sun was out. But anyway, today I'm going to be reviewing a sunscreen, a Japanese sunscreen that I don't think I reviewed on this channel aside from the TikTok short that I did, I think Saturday. And it is the Hada Labo UV White Gel SPF 50 for PA4+. I want to go over the ingredients because there's some phenomenal ingredients in here that will definitely protect your skin from UV, UVA, UVB, as well as providing some extra boost to hydration and antioxidant protection. I'm also going to apply it to my skin so you can see what it looks like on my skin type. I think it's pretty much favorable for most skin types, whether you're light, medium to deep. But before I begin, please hit the like button down below. It really helps me to grow my channel and reach more people, and I really, really appreciate it. And if you're into skincare research, anti-aging research, anti-aging skincare, and sunscreen reviews, definitely stick around. Hit that subscribe button down below. Stay tuned for future videos on this channel. I really love to have your feedback and your input on what you would like to see here. So if you want to subscribe, definitely do so, and let me know down below in the comments what you want to see in future videos. Okay, so the Hada Labo SPF 50 Sunscreen UV White Gel, it's pretty popular. I've used it on and off for about a year, maybe the past 2 years. It is a Japanese sunscreen that I get on YesStyle. I used to get this on Amazon, but I haven't been able to find it with Amazon Prime shipping, so I just get it on YesStyle now. I think it's about $20 to $22 on YesStyle. Takes a little bit of time to get to you. I think maybe 2 weeks to a month, depending upon the shipping speed that you choose. Yeah, I'm actually surprised that I haven't reviewed it. Maybe I have. Maybe I have a video on it and I don't even remember, but it is a chemical sunscreen with 1 mineral filter added to it. So the chemical filters in here are phenomenal. They are not approved in the United States, but they are approved in Japan and Asia, Korea, things like that. And they are Uvinul MC80, Tinosorb S, Uvinul A, as well as titanium dioxide. Titanium dioxide being the mineral filter that blocks and absorbs UVB, mostly UVB, but also UVA2. There are 2 types of UVA, UVA1, UVA2. Titanium dioxide really only protects against one type of UVA, the rays that age the skin, degrade collagen and elastin by facilitating the induction of metametalloproteinases, which are enzymes in the skin that degrade collagen and elastin. So titanium dioxide can be a very great blocking, absorbing UV agent, but it doesn't protect against the broad spectrum of UV, whereas zinc oxide protects against both UVA and UVA2. Not as great of a protector against UVB like titanium dioxide. That's why a lot of times in mineral sunscreens, they're combined together, zinc oxide and titanium dioxide, for that broad spectrum appeal. But in this Hada Labo sunscreen, you have a little bit of titanium dioxide, which I think is probably contributing to the UV white gel claim on in the title of the sunscreen. But it doesn't really impart a huge white cast, which I'll show you in just a minute on my skin. My skin is pretty light. I mean, Fitzpatrick phototype probably 2, maybe, I don't know. I can tan quite easily, actually. So the titanium dioxide in this sunscreen is combined with those 3 other chemical filters that I mentioned that absorb UVA as well as UVB. They're phenomenal. They're many of them are photostabile, meaning they don't degrade in light as quickly as something like avobenzone, which is the US filter that we have here in the States that absorb UVA. So Uvinul A, Tinosorb S, Uvinul MC80, these have proven, they have demonstrable efficacy, safety in terms of UV protection. So great anti-aging filters in my humble opinion, and they don't leave a white cast either. One thing that I love about this sunscreen and about those filters in particular compared with things like octinoxate, octocrylene, avobenzone, the other chemical filters that we have in the States, is that these other filters, whenever I put them on my skin in particular, my skin and my eyes are extremely, extremely sensitive. So whenever I put on avobenzone and octocrylene and those US filters, it burns. First of all, it stings my skin. That's how you know it's working, I guess. And also, I guess whenever I blink, I have kind of long eyelashes. So like, I think what happens is that the filters, the chemical filters get on my eyelashes and I blink and they get into my eyes and I cannot function for like 2 hours. And also I start crying, tears roll down my eyes. I start having like allergy symptoms in terms of like nasal things. I won't divulge anymore, but because it's kind of gross, but do you understand what I'm saying? Like it's just awful. Like I cannot stand chemical sunscreen filters because of what it does to me and what it does to my eyes. I was in Atlanta like a month ago, I think, and I was in the airport. I had worn the Uvinul SPF 60 sunscreen. It was a chemical sunscreen I bought in Atlanta because I needed something for my face to put on in the evening hours when I didn't want to have a ton of, you know, tinted mineral sunscreen just accumulated on my face, because I don't really like to go out in social situations with tinted mineral sunscreen on my face. I'd rather have just like a clear looking skin, my own skin, so that I think it just looks better, you know, especially as time goes on. So I bought that and I used it, but then I was in the Atlanta airport and I had it on and I was crying. I could not look up. I looked a mess probably, and I had tears rolling down my eyes. I was having nasal stuff. And it was like a couple hours, and it was when I was in public too, of course. As soon as I got on the plane, everything was fine. It had gone away. Nobody was there to see how much better I looked. But anyway, it's those chemical filters, avobenzone, octocrylene, they just mess me up so much. I cannot use them. That's why I prefer mineral sunscreens. But these Japanese filters and European filters like Uvinul, Tinosorb, things like that, and titanium dioxide, which is approved in the US, these don't do anything to my eyes. They don't sting, they don't burn my skin, they don't do anything, and at the same time protecting me. So that's what I really like about these filters, is that, you know, I think they are great for sensitive skin, they're great for sensitive eyes. My eyes, they turn red just thinking the color red. So having this chemical filter available is a godsend for me. And like I said, I bought this because, for one, I don't use chemical sunscreens a lot, to be honest. I do use those tinted mineral sunscreens, but I bought this to go with me to Texas, so I could wear it in the early evening hours, afternoon, evening hours, when the UV index isn't quite as high and the sun isn't quite as high in the sky, and to go out to like dinner or, you know, to go see a show or something like that, because I don't really want the tinted sunscreens in indoor social situations where I'm in an intimate environment close to people where they can sort of see all the gunk on my face. Not all tinted mineral sunscreens are like that, but I find in my experience, the way I put it on, because I put on quite a bit to ensure I'm reaching that SPF on the label, it does tend to show and kind of makes me a little self-conscious, if I'm being honest. So I like to have something that sort of looks like my naked skin to a certain degree, but while also providing a moisturizing feel and blurring imperfections also to a certain extent, because this has titanium dioxide in it, which I think sort of boosts the overall appearance of your skin and makes it look brighter. But at the same time, I think it's pretty low on the list. I think it's going to be okay with people with deeper, darker skin tones. So let me just go ahead and open the container. Sorry, I'm being a little bit weird today. Yeah, so it is it's just white sunscreen. I don't really know if I need to show that to you. And I hope it doesn't but here it is. It's very milky. Yeah, I mean, it's just basic white sunscreen. I don't really know if I need to show that to you, because you've seen one sunscreen, you've seen it all, but this one is very milky, creamy. It's almost like between cream and whipped cream. So that's what I really like, is that it's extremely moisturizing, extremely creamy, and the formulation is fantastic. So in addition to the chemical filters that I really like, it also has hyaluronic acid in it, which is sort of, I don't know, hyaluronic acid is sort of a dime a dozen. I mean, every product has it. Basically, every moisturizer has hyaluronic acid, and if you're sensitive to that, then you may not want this sunscreen in particular, because I think that's really what helps to boost its moisturizing capabilities. Hyaluronic acid is a humectant that binds to water and attracts water to the surface of the skin, to the outer layers of the skin, to plump it up and make it look more moisturized, more youthful. It helps to smooth out fine lines to a certain degree, and it's just a really great natural humectant, moisturizing ingredient that I prefer. I like glycerin as well, which is another natural humectant. But the hyaluronic acid in this also, I think I've read some research that hyaluronic acid also helps to improve the structure of collagen and elastin in the skin, and helps to produce collagen and elastin in the skin. Whether or not it's doing this in a sunscreen or a moisturizer, it's hard to say, but it is interesting research, and I think, definitely something that you should think about whenever you are looking for something, for like an anti-aging product. Definitely maybe search out something that has hyaluronic acid in it.
I'm gonna go to the DMV and see if I can get the car registered there.
So something else that this product has is vitamin C. Vitamin C is a powerful antioxidant. Again, this is pretty much in any skincare product that you can find, any skincare product imaginable, especially things like anti-aging skincare. Vitamin C is an antioxidant that scavenges free radicals that's induced by reactive oxygen species in our environment, within our body, from our diet, from a lot of external sources, but also just the metabolism that happens in our body. Pollutants, UV exposure, this creates those reactive oxygen species through a multitude of steps. But vitamin C has been shown consistently in lab studies as well as in vivo studies to help scavenge those free radicals, increase levels of antioxidants within the body, and potentially help to boost the overall UV protection for our skin. So that's something that I really like about this sunscreen too, is that it has those extra ingredients. It's not a lot, but it's something, it's not just the sunscreen filters. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply this to, I think probably one side of my face. I have right now the Kanmake sunscreen on my face. Is that how you say it? The Kanmake? I think it's another Japanese sunscreen that I also got in YesStyle. I can review that later. But this one, the Hada Labo, it is in a jar. I don't think it always was sold like this, but it is in a jar. So I just stick my finger in this. I hope that's not scandalous, but it does have preservatives in it to help prevent any sort of bacterial growth. So even if you're sticking your dirty, nasty fingers in here, it should be okay. You can also probably get like a little cosmetic spatula and dip into it that way. I am a heathen, obviously, so I just stick my fingers in here, my nasty naked fingers in here. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and apply this to my skin so you can see what it looks like. I'm gonna do the dot method. That's very appealing, isn't it? I don't really need to apply a thick layer because, again, I already have a bunch of sunscreen already on. The Kanmake. I always said Canmake. Canmake? Cake? No, what is it called? The Mermaid UV Gel? You've seen that around, right? Okay, it looks like I don't know, chicken pox. But this is a very common sunscreen method that I use quite frequently. I'm gonna go get a mirror just in case I missed any spots so I can make sure I'm getting even coverage. Okay, let me go ahead and rub it through, moisturize my face. My face is so moisturized already because of the sunscreen I use. I also, this morning, I used the Ordinary BHA AHA peel, exfoliating peel. I put it on for about 10 minutes, jumped in the shower, washed it off, washed my face. I don't normally wash my face in the morning, but I do try to do that exfoliating peel every Sunday, once a week every Sunday if I can remember. And then I moisturize and I put on the Kanmake sunscreen, and now I'm putting on this. So I have a lot on my face right now. Okay, so I don't know if you can see, but it sort of boosts or provides a brightening effect to my skin because I think it's the titanium dioxide. Maybe the other filters also kind of do that as well. But after a few minutes, it does dry down a little bit and your skin does look less white. It just brightens up your overall complexion in my humble opinion. If you are a deeper or darker skin tone and you've used this, can you please leave a comment down below if you wish and just let others know what your experience with it is, because I can only really go off on my experience, and I really want this video and the comment section to be as helpful to as many people as possible. So for my skin type in particular, this definitely just kind of brightens up my skin tone with that titanium dioxide, but not to a significant degree where I look ghastly white, like with a zinc oxide, titanium dioxide only sunscreen. This one just helps to kind of blur any sort of redness that I have and provides a little bit of extra boost of brightness that I personally am okay with. Like, it's something that I'm definitely comfortable with. As you can see, just after a minute of application, it's already kind of dried down a bit, so you can see that it's not as white, not as bright as it was when it first went on. Similar for a lot of chemical sunscreens, but even sunscreens that contain just titanium dioxide, like the, what's that one sunscreen that I reviewed? The Pyeongkang Yul, which I think was a Korean sunscreen that only contained titanium dioxide, which again is, I love that sunscreen, but it's only titanium dioxide, so it doesn't really protect you from UVA1. It doesn't provide that robust protection as something with Uvinul A or zinc oxide would provide. But anyway, this sunscreen, this Hada Labo sunscreen, I feel like I'm talking 100 miles a minute, but this sunscreen is one of my favorites, I think, in terms of, in regard to chemical sunscreens, I would label this as probably my top favorite chemical sunscreen that also provides a little bit of extra mineral protection. The Hada Labo SPF 50 UV white gel is a fantastic, phenomenal sunscreen that's going to protect you at all costs against the sun. And even though it is photostabile compared to something like avobenzone, for example, the Uvinul A and the Tinosorb, you definitely still need to reapply, especially if you are going outside and you are sweating or you're perspiring or you're getting wet, like in the pool or going into the water in the beach. You definitely want to be reapplying frequently and making sure that you are keeping a layer of protection at all times. You could also theoretically, I guess, use this as a base layer to put on a tinted sunscreen over, or maybe makeup over it. I would assume that this would provide that just like an extra layer or an extra boost to your SPF regimen, your armamentarium that you may, do every single day. Yo, I just went to the bathroom and I saw that there was like some hanging off my nose. Why didn't you tell me? Anyway, this is like a few minutes after applying and I think it looks pretty good. I mean, it's dried down significantly. It's definitely reduced the white cast, right? Am I right? Am I right? Can you see it? I don't think so. Anyway, that's my review. I really highly recommend it. I will leave a link down below, I think, to either YesStyle or Stylovana, so you can check it out. It may or may not be an affiliate code. I'll let you know down below. But anyway, if you've used this sunscreen and you like it or you don't like it, leave me a comment down below. Let me know your review. Let me know your take on the Hada Labo UV white gel. I'm really interested to hear sort of diverse opinions, so definitely leave a comment down below. And again, if you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.